Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bruins will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
At the 45, on its way. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Oh, man, that DB, if he knew where he was out on the field just a little bit better and knew how to get that foot down inbounds, that would have been a pick. Obviously a clean catch, but he's got to get 1 foot inbounds to secure the interception.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Davis looking to pass. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on third down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And now this offense will take the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paulo.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires on the move. Got his man.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Bell. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On the option. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Davis will throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Pirouettes away from the defense. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the inside give. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll give it to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here comes the option. Diving for the goal line, and he lost the ball. Defense coming. Huge fumble recovery. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive to say the least. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings.
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bruins!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Now the toss. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll do it himself. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. He missed it. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Davis looking to pass. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And he's in for the score.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. It's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Got him downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Finds the finish line for the touchdown. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Davis looking to pass. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back to the air one more time. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man on the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. UCLA. The snap sets up to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Firing to the right, complete. Hard-hitting tackle. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. It's complete on the right side. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.